Much peace to you guys and welcome. Today I want to speak about freedom and why you should choose your freedom. I'm realizing in my own journey that I can choose to be either connected to a reality that is not serving me or connected to a reality that is actually serving me. So I believe that freedom is actually a choice, okay? A choice, the power to choose. So realize that each moment actually gives you the opportunity to choose. Each moment gives you the opportunity to be in alignment with who you really are. And I believe that listening to our intuition is so important here. Listening to our intuition. Because whenever you are feeling in a lower state, whenever you are feeling depressed, whenever you are feeling low, it's like you don't have the power to choose, but you have to realize that you always have the opportunity to actually alchemize these experiences. And we do it with acceptance, we do it with self-love, we do it by transcending what is not serving us, okay? So realize that whenever you are stepping into a healthy creative process, whenever you are following your heart, whenever you are following your intuition, it's like magic starts to happen. And I've seen in my own journey that maybe sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we need to slow down in order to speed up. I realized that I need a break from these videos in order to recalibrate my own inspiration, in order to connect back to my own soul, to my own higher consciousness, okay? So freedom is the power to choose. And you always have the power of choice. You always have the power. Just a second, let me set the focus. I hope this is working well. You always have the power to choose. Okay, so realize that what is meant for you will actually happen. And I'm seeing that I can either choose to be connected to a reality of addiction, or I can choose to be connected to reality of creativity, of harmony, of peace, of love, and of abundance, okay? So realize that in this process, you don't have to be perfect, okay? You don't have to be perfect. You have to let go and step into who you really are, okay? So let go of perfection and step into non-perfect action. That is a powerful thing to do, because when you are letting go of perfection, it's like you are releasing the blockage, you are releasing the resistance, and you are stepping into the flow state. You are stepping into harmony with life. Now, I'm seeing that in choosing freedom, maybe it's not always about struggling. It's not always about doing, but it's more likely about finding contentment with your state of consciousness, making peace with the past, making peace with past circumstances, okay? Being in alignment with a new source of consciousness, okay? So realize that you don't have to be perfect in this process. You don't have to be perfect in this process. But more likely you have to follow your own rhythm, okay? Follow your own rhythm. Make the choice that feels good in your heart, okay? Make the choice that feels good as something that will actually elevate you to the next level, okay? So realize that being free is actually your birthright, okay? Being free is your birthright. And the more that you are seeking freedom, it's the more that the universe will actually respond to you in a harmonious way. So today's message is about seeking freedom and choosing your own freedom. Okay, sometimes you have to let go of what is no longer serving you. Okay, sometimes you have to be courageous. Sometimes you have to step into alignment with who you really are and see what happens. Okay. So freedom is about the choices we make, and the choices we make create a ripple effect into the future potentialities. Okay, the choices we make create future circumstances. My suggestion is make the choice that feels good into your own heart. Make the choice that feels good and in alignment with who you really are. And realize that you are already complete. Okay, you don't have to struggle for freedom. You don't have to struggle for freedom, because again, being free is actually your birthright. But maybe, you know, sometimes we get caught up in certain thought patterns. Sometimes we may get caught up in certain belief systems that are not serving us. Sometimes we may get caught up in low vibrations and low states of consciousness. But we have the power to let go, and we have the power to heal. I believe that healing is so important in this process, and maybe sometimes healing takes patience. Okay, healing takes patience. Healing takes you loving yourself. Healing takes you making the call that feels good into your own body and using all the tools that you got. Okay, so I'm realizing in my own journey that I'm not perfect, and I don't have to be perfect. I'm realizing that the more that I'm seeking perfection is the more that I am losing my power. The more that I'm seeking perfection is the more that I actually create resistance. And when we let go of perfection, it's like we release the blockage and we step into a more free state of consciousness, into a freer state of consciousness. Okay, and you have to realize that if you want to be free, you gotta seek something into the world. Okay, if you want to be free, you gotta really follow your own heart, follow your own vision, follow your own way of expressing yourself. Okay, you have to express yourself because you have a limited time here on planet Earth, and if you're not taking the risk, if you're not taking the opportunity, you're actually losing. But again, the question becomes, can you really actually lose at life? Because I believe that there is divine timing, there is divine order, and everything is happening as it's meant to happen. And what you have to do is actually learn to connect to this intelligence. Okay, connect to this intelligence and see what happens. Okay, so be free and realize that freedom is about the choices you make. I'm realizing in my own journey that I can be either in heaven or hell based on the choices that I'm actually making. And I'm realizing that it's so important to follow our own intuition, because our higher self speaks to us based on the intuition that we're actually having. So follow your own rhythm, follow your own intuition. And maybe you have to learn to sometimes just be easier on yourself. Okay, be easier on yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection is about resistance. You don't have to be perfect. You have to let go of perfection and step into non-perfect action. That will actually release the blockage, that will release the resistance, that will step you into who you really are and who you're meant to be. Okay, so choose your freedom and see what happens. Okay, choose your freedom and see what happens. Follow your own heart and see what happens. Whenever you are listening to the divine version of yourself, it's like you cannot go wrong. But when you are always operating from the ego, from separation, from limitation, from limiting states of consciousness, it's like you are creating resistance. But when you let go and step into your higher self, step into your natural way of being, it's like you are releasing blockages. It's like you are opening the infinite possibilities for the universe to actually respond to you. So this was this message about choosing your own freedom. Choose your own freedom and see what happens. Guys, if you're new to my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, that is appreciated. And like always, see you on what is coming up next. Namaste and see ya.